Hey everyone, I'm Savannah and welcome to the very first video in my new weekly sketch series. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I'll be sharing a new cozy sketch using Procreate, which is perfect for beginners or anyone who just wants to slow down and draw something fun. Today we're kicking things off with this cherry inspired piece, so if you want to sketch along, I've got the outline, color palette, and brush set linked in the description. Let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is create a canvas, so hit that plus, hit plus again, and I like to do 12 inches by 12 inches. You can do whatever size you like to do, but just make sure the DPI is set to 300. That's going to give you the best quality. The other thing I personally like to do is print in CMYK, so it looks exactly like what's on my screen, but you can keep it RGB, whatever your preference is. Next, we're going to create a new layer, so hit the layers button, hit the plus, and drag it down below underneath your template. Next, click that lighter color and your square blend, and we're just going to color in the background so that it's not just a stark white background. I feel like I do better when I have a little bit of color already listed, so we're going to do that first. Grab a little bit of pink, do the same thing, just kind of go over the background, and then the last thing I'll do is grab that white again and go over just to make sure that it is really blended. Now that we have the background done, let's do a new layer. We're going to work on the stem and the cherries. So you want to click into the circle brush. We'll do 3 layers. I usually like to do 3, so 1 for each of the cherries and then 1 for the stem. Grab that greenish color, and then we are going to start with the stem. We want to turn the layer for the template down, so just click into it, drag that opacity down so that when you're coloring, you can still see where the edges are of the coloring, and just start filling in the shape. So what I like to do once I've done filling in the general shape is uncheck the template layer so I can see what the shape looks like and adjust anything that looks a little off, make sure it's the shape that I want it to be. Then you'll want to set it to alpha lock. And essentially what that means is as we're adding on colors to this, it's not going to go outside of those lines. So this will come in really handy as we're doing more of the shades. Now, I like to use the circle brush sometimes. Sometimes I use the blend brush in this case, but right now I'm using the circle brush and just kind of building up the different colors for the stem. Again, you can pick whatever colors you want, but these are the colors that I've been using for this. So feel free, again, if you're following along, to use these exact colors. They're in the description, but you're also welcome to do your own. Now, once I have the general colors, I'll hold my finger down on one of the colors that I used, switch over into the circle blend brush, and just start blending it out a little bit. You can do it as blended as you want or as little as you want. You can make it look a little bit more sharp against each other, or you can blend it out. I like to do a little bit of a combo depending on the object that I'm coloring, but this one will go a little bit more blended. Again, just hold your finger down over the color that you want to copy, and then keep it on the blended. It will make everything look a little bit more smooth and blended in together. Now that we've completed the stem, let's move on to the cherries. I'm going to start with the cherry on the right, click that dark red color, And then make sure you switch your brush back to either circle. I'm going to do circle dark to get a little bit more darker variation into this. You can use circle light, whichever one you want to use, but switch it back so it's not on that blend brush and start filling out that shape. Now what we want to do is start building up those layers. And so select one of the other lighter colors, start filling in some of the outlines that you see here. You can copy it similarly. You can kind of go off on your own. Really, it's just an outline for you to have a starting point. Once we have all the colors that we want, set that layer to alpha lock, and now we're going to start blending these colors in. So click over into that circle blend brush, select one of the colors on the cherry, and just start blending it out around the other colors just to make it smoother. Feel free to blend it out as much or as little as you like. You can change the brush size. I also typically like to keep the brush opacity to about 50%. You can do it 100, you can do it even lower. Again, it's really up to what your interpretation, your artistic style is. So have fun, play around with it, see what settings you prefer, and just go with it. Now that our cherry is done, I'm going to just kind of erase a little bit of the stem so it looks a little more natural. You can use the same circle brush in the erase mode. I erased too much, so what you can do to undo is just tap with 2 fingers on your screen. That will undo it. If you want to redo, you tap with 3 fingers on the screen, but I'll just erase a little bit of the stem so it looks like it's going behind the cherry there. Now that we have the cherry complete, let's work on the other one. Again, I like to start with darker colors first and build up. I'm gonna actually start with the light circle brush. Since it's a left cherry, I said I want that light to come from that top left, so I want more lighter colors to pull in. Work on the outline. I do them on separate layers because I don't want to color over that cherry on the right that we just completed, so do a separate layer. I like to keep this layer on top because I want this cherry to be in front of that cherry on the right. And then again, we're just gonna start building up the colors here. So once you get the shape that you like for the cherry, the base color that you like for it, set it to alpha lock, start with those lighter colors, and then you can build up on top of that. now that we have the cherries complete, let's add a shadow behind, add a new layer, drop it below the cherries, and select that magenta pink in the color palette. Go back to the circle brush and just start filling in that shape. Once you get the shape how you like it, we're going to go to Gaussian blur. Click and drag to the right to blur that a little bit to make it a little bit smoother. And then that is all you do. You are done with your cherries and with the first video. Thanks so much for sketching with me today. I'm so excited to start this creative series with you. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a new video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you want the templates and brushes for future videos, check the links in the description down below. I post weekly drops on my Patreon, and everything you need to follow along will be listed there on Friday as well. I'd also love to see what you create, so please tag with French Savvy Sketches so I can check them out. See you in the next video.